Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. This is actually my third time recording this because the first time the audio messed up and the second time I forgot to record. Yeah, I know, it's amazing. And I know it's been a very long time since I uploaded. In fact, with all my videos, basically most of my videos, it has been a very long time and I have acknowledged it. And yeah, it's been a while. It's definitely been a while. And I actually have a list of videos and I'm going to keep trying to upload more. Please, I'm going to remind this at the end of the video, please leave your comment, please leave a comment with a suggestion on what I should upload, make, showcase, any scripts, any ideas, anything I could help out with. That would be great. I would appreciate it because I need some more ideas for videos. And it's not that Roblox is getting old. I mean, I haven't been enjoying it as much as I used to, definitely. I mean, I still like playing it sometimes, occasionally, but it's not that Roblox is getting old for me, it's that I am running out of ideas to upload. And so having a community, because I've been getting more people watching my videos, and I'll speak more on that in a second. Having a larger community, I can definitely now ask out loud if anybody is willing to leave a comment or suggestion or anything, which would definitely help and give me more ideas and for future reference. And just like I said, I wanted to thank everybody for watching my videos, even if it's that one Serverside video. I wanted to thank everybody for coming out to my videos, watching them, leaving nice comments, or just talking about my videos and sharing it with your friends and stuff, and continuing to watch and subscribe as well. That really helps, and I appreciate that. And yeah, it gives me something to look forward to every time I start recording, because you know, my channel hasn't really taken off that much a few years ago, and I actually privated a lot of my videos because I didn't like those videos, so maybe one day I'll show them off. But anyways, that is not the point of this video. Today we are going to be talking about basic module scripts, how to do it basic. Very basic, rudimentary, basically getting an understanding, because there actually has been a lot of people commenting on my videos saying things like, I don't understand this, I can't understand module scripts, I can't understand, basically I want a server-side script, but I can't understand how it works, this is having problems. And I wanted to thank all the people that also help out, because I know there's only one of me and there's a lot of people out there, so I wanted to thank all the people who come out and actually help other people's in the comment section. That really helps and saves time. But like I was saying before, I highly recommend that you have pretty good scripting knowledge and you are pretty familiar, or you have some good understanding about module scripts and everything already, because there are just some things that you have to have more understanding for, and you definitely need to practice more, and you definitely need to grow your skill in scripting to understand better. So this is going to be more of an advanced video. It's for more of you advanced folks out there, and this is for people who, and if you think you can understand it, and if you've been training for this point and you think you can get it, and just stick around. Things might get a little hard, so you can always skip back and, you know, watch it again. But today we're going to be creating a module script, and this is my old one, so I'll throw it in here. I'll just throw it in here actually. Link in the description below to my template. You could use my template for free, honestly, and you could just use it if you'd want, if you need an understanding, if you want to modify anything or play around with it a little bit. And yeah, so we're going to be creating a template where you have your character, and a part will appear 5 studs above your head, or anybody's head, whoever it executes on. And yeah, and we can also make it, if we can spice this up, there will be like there will be a random chance that the part could either be anchored, or it won't be, so it can fall on your head, or you'll be perfectly fine when you execute this in the server-side script executor. So this is a server-side script. Yes, this is basic server-side scripting. This can help you understand how it works and how to make your own, and how you can basically move up. So obviously you want to start off with the module script, but you want to make sure your module script is in the workspace. Can't stress that enough. Some people don't know why their script's not working, and it has to be in the workspace, and it has to be named main module, and it has to be hold on, I have to fix that. It has to be capitalized just like that as well. So main module, and it has to be in the workspace for when you upload it and use it. So now that we got that out of the way, let's create. Let's understand how a module script works. So module scripts, they can hold data, they can hold functions. They're basically a storage system, storage unit that a lot of professional coders use on Roblox. Keep their code nice and modified, organized, and even just some people that don't use this for server siding just use it for their games, just to import data and stuff. It is very nice. Module scripts are a very nice addition to the Roblox storage. I don't think that's the right word. It doesn't matter, but you understand the point. It is very helpful, and you'll be using it down the line. So we can start here, and if you're going to be a server-side scripter, then this video might be it for you. And yeah, so here we go. We're going to start off with our module. Now, modules can be named whatever you want, so I'll call this whatever, just for the sake of the video. And we're going to create a function. Now, this function, basically a function, so something like this. So function, yes, and this function holds scripts. And so whenever you call yes, whatever's in here, whatever is inside the function will run, because you called the function. And basically that is how, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna create a function that's gonna, well, first we're gonna create a function. So we're gonna create a function that will randomize the randomizer, and then we'll create a function that will create the part. So let's start off here. So let's start off with the randomize function. Now we're gonna start saying randomize in here, and inside this function we're gonna return. Now we're actually, before we do return, we're gonna make a local random table, or no, random set equals math.random. One to 2. Now this could either result in random number 1 or random number 2. Basically, our random list of numbers, that's either going to let us know if this is going to be 1 or 2. So it's going to be anchored, or it's not going to be anchored. So fall in your head, yes or no. And then we're going to return random set back to the function. Okay, so now we're going to create the example that I'm about to show you. We're gonna insert the part into the game. Now this is the important part that you should look out for. When we're gonna go put the code inside of the server script executor, we want to call specifically this function so it can create the part. And you have to start off with whatever, because when you look at a require and the ID, and then I'm actually going to call this example for the sake of the tutorial, and you look at the ID, this, and you say colon example, this basically represents the whatever. An example represents the what. Basically, this is the function of the table, but this one does not, so you can't call a randomize, because it is hard to explain. I'm not good at explaining things. And inside this, we're going to have a player argument. So the player, so basically, when we go to require this, it's going to be require the ID, example, colon example. Now, like I said, or like I'm going to say, you can have this be whatever you want. You can have this be dot, colon. You can have it be either those two. You can have it be whatever you want, but I prefer colon, and you can have example, you can have yes, you can have poggers, you can have whatever you want. So I'm going to use example just for the sake of the tutorial, like I said, and it's going to have the player as the first argument, meaning this is going to have something. This is going to have an argument too, and it's basically, when we execute it, it's going to look like this. And that's what this argument is, the player. And so we're going to have to get our player, because you know, we can't just have it be a string, because that doesn't get the player. That's just a string with the name in it. So we're going to say get player, game not players, colon, wait for child, player. Boom. Now we're going to say if get player, then, now this is basically if the player, if we can actually locate the player, then, and there you go. So now we're gonna insert the part into the game. So we're gonna say local part equals instance.new part on the workspace. We put the part in the game. Everybody knows how instance.new works. It's pretty basic. If the player is, so if we can find the player that we called, then we're gonna put a part in the game, and we're gonna name. We don't have to name the part actually. We're gonna say part.brickcolor.random. Now we can just give it a random brick color, you know, just for the sake of it, just for the fun of it. So the part's color is going to be random, and now we have to make the part going to be either anchored or not anchored. So let's do this. So first we have to fire the randomize. Actually, we have to get the random number. So we're going to say local random number equals randomize. And basically, since we're returning the random set of numbers, that's what we're returning back to the receiver. We're trying to receive something from the randomize function, and this is what the randomize returns. So it's going to give us either 1 or 2, basically. That is what I'm saying. Now, if you don't want to actually make this all function, so it's not, so you basically don't care if it's organized or not, you can just do 1 to 2. Don't matter. So we're going to say, we're going to start off with the part being anchored. So the part's going to be anchored. Now we're going to say if random number, whoops, I cannot type today. If random number is equal to 1, not 11, 1, then I'm going to say part.anchored equals false. Boom. We're finished. The part is already anchored, so there's no need to do if it's equal to 2, because it's already anchored. So if it's equal to 2, then basically nothing will happen. It'll just stay the same. And if the player's not there, instead of inserting the part, we're just going to say script destroy, so it doesn't clout the workspace when you go to execute it in the server-side game. This is basically your first server-side script. This is your first server-side script. And like I said before, instead of doing randomize, you can always just do math.random 1 to 2. And basically it works the same. So you basically don't need this. This basically works just like this, as it is. I'll just use this just to make it look more polished. But this is basically your first script. And if you, whoops, and we're going to go upload this. So how to upload it, since my recorder does not show anything outside of Roblox Studio, I am going to, I'll put pictures on the screen. So you want to right click your main module, and when you do, a list of options will show up, and if you look towards the bottom, next to save to file, there should be something that says save to Roblox. You want to click that. Click save to Roblox, and when you get on this page, you can name it whatever you want. You can give it whatever description you want. But where it says allow copying, that always has to be turned on when making a module script. Now the reason why this has to be turned on is a Roblox security thing. Actually, I don't know the reason why. it has to be turned on or the module script will not work. So allow copying must always be turned on when you're making a module script. Well, yeah, if you're uploading a module script, no matter, even if it's server-sided or not, you're gonna do some data importing, it always has to be turned on. So I'm gonna overwrite an existing asset that I made, doesn't matter. So after that, just click submit, and after it's done submitting, there should have a blue link at the bottom, and it's gonna say roblox.com/library and then a bunch of numbers. You want to copy those numbers, and then come back to Studio, and then put it in your module script as a side comment. Now I'll show you how this works. So this is the ID. You can use this ID. In fact, the entire module will be in the description. But this is what the code is going to look like when I execute it. Require ID : example. So we're going to load this function, and then we're going to get my player name as the argument. Now there is going to be errors. I never get it right on the first try. And so if there's any errors, I will come back and I will fix them up. So I forgot something. I'll show you what I had to fix. So basically your code like this might have before. It might have looked like this. Just add parentheses or it won't work. And here I actually forgot something. We're going to position the part to the character. That's why I called the player in the first place. I'm so sorry. So we're going to say part.position equals get player dot character colon find first child head dot position plus vector 3 dot new 0, 5, 0. And this is gonna go above the player's head, just like so. Hey guys, next day me here. I actually forgot to record this part. This is pretty early in the morning and I'm pretty tired. So basically I had one more error with the code. Now everything in here is right, so copy this down, but I had one extra error with the code, and I'll explain what that is whenever you do a change, so since you've already uploaded your module script once, your server-side script, you have to re-upload it in its place. And basically, since we made a change to it, it doesn't save automatically, so we have to overwrite the other copy. So basically, you want to go back to your game, you want to right click your module, and you want to go back and save it to Roblox, and you want to overwrite an existing asset and put it as your module before, so it has the same ID without having to create a new one and use the new ID. If I test the game out, as you can see, it now works. There's a 50% chance of the part falling or the part staying in the air. And this is basically a very rudimentary tutorial on how to create a basic server-sided script. Now, if you are already pretty good at scripting, you could also implement your ideas into this. Module scripting is just basically scripting with a regular script, except it has a little more to it. And you could add scripts into module scripts. You can do whatever you want. So please consider subscribing and liking and sharing with your friends. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers right now, and yeah, so thank you all for watching, taking your time out of your day to come here. And oh yes, one more thing, when you go to overwrite your asset, make sure you also turn allow copying back on, like usual. It doesn't matter, the name, you don't have to change it, it'll stay the same, but make sure you turn on allow copying again. And that's all I wanted to say. Thank you all for watching. Peace.